Good morning, everyone, and welcome to you in this daily update, mainly on Bitcoin today. Hope you had a great week of trading on Monday, since Monday, where we did took the high since then. Anyways, the microphone normally is working well, pretty perfect. Let me just go on the chart here. Nice. So, yeah, since the last update, so in the last update, was around this price action. We did took the highs once more. We've got some good reaction here for a short, to be honest with you. You just had to take profit really quick, really trade this, resistance we had planned here on the lower time frame as a scalp. Since then, we took the highs next, and from here we ended up here in a failed auction with some, well, first of all, after the short trade here, you've got some big bullish activity forming. You can see here, low, higher low, low, lower low. This leads to the push to the upside. Then you have some people being bullish at the highs. You can see here 7 million of longs. If you go and check at the reaction we've got there at the very, very, very top, you've got simply here some absorption. So we've got a high, lower high, you can see here on the right. So you have a high here, lower high, and here a high, higher high with some longs in each highs. This brings us with a nice drop and some big shorts coming in next. It's a little bit too much to be fair, but anyways, that leads to this bigger move to the downside and continuation down basically. Just gonna double check by the way that everything is working well. Oh, by the way, I don't have any sound on. Well, normally it is working well. Should be normally. Because I'm not home right now, I'm traveling to visit some of my family, so the reason why, so there is no real update in this call, but I mean, in any case, there is nothing really to say on this. To be fair, this is just very slow and boring. I'm not even trading this. I'm gonna wait for something else, to be honest. I'm gonna remain in my short from higher, and I'm gonna look for a long here if we drop a little bit more. But anyways, so let's update these levels here. So let's go on the daily time frame as always. We can get rid of that one. We can move this up here. Reduce a bit of volume on my side of the music. There we go. This we can get rid of that. And let's go on ExoCharts. So let's go here. And let's update the levels. So, why is it buggy like that? Anyways, 85,098. There we go. 84,050. Alright, this we are done. Let me just it'll just a little bit buggy, it's glitched. You can see, well, you can see the background chart here, this, if I'm correct. That's pretty weird. Anyways, 85,590. .8 by the way. Let's, as always, look at the ticks 40. Just gonna double check that the microphone is on. Yes, everything is good. 85,590. So where is here? Yeah, it's the same basically. Let's add this back to the ticks 8. Here, what do we have? 85,097.5. Okay, perfect. We can get rid of that. Let's see if it ticks 1. If I 100, this is the same, and 250, 087. Okay, so 85,087.5. There we go. And we are done for this. So now that this is done, well, you can see here only one target for me remaining. Let's keep on the 100 by the way. Let's stay on the 1 hour. So here, we in the last update we have planned it was a long base of this TPO, and the next target was basically all of this, and we've got the first part and the second part of this whole second target basically. Now if you pull the fixed range from the bottom to the top, you can clearly see that we don't have any more confluence with the TPO, so well, we can look for a long down here, to be honest with you, because that will swing through pan a few lows. So we have one low, two lows, so we of course have a few liquidity to take here, so we can look for a long here. Okay, but I will, if we have to take that long, not look directly for a full reversal, even, well, this is possible of course, depending on the reclaim we get next, but the first idea will be a bit of a bounce to still go and touch the bigger target below here. Okay, so yeah, this is still a target I will be aware of, but the best will be still to go into the second target at the end. Okay, so as I'm not going to be here today and tomorrow really trading, I'm not going to be aware of this lower time frame target, but you do have a lower time frame scalp long here to take, and well, again, this scalp can be turned into a swing, so you do have this possible trade setup. I'll be aware of only this first, and well, if we push high next, perfect, congrats, you got a nice long. But yeah, this is the first possible long trade. Now the best, as I said, will be to go where you have the biggest confluence, so go through and go down to this 61866% zone with the value low of the full price uptrend. We have also a weekly negative path control, another weekly level, a liquidity here. Okay, we'll have a swing through pan here, a fair auction of this low here. So yeah, this is a very, very, very nice target, to be honest with you, and this can give this long trade next. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, these are the two possible longs. Lower time frame long first. If we do break this, we're more likely hitting towards this target. Again, we can do something complex here, so to speak. Go below, go and touch the next levels, the next weekly negative path control, so to speak. Get a bit of a push up here, flip into resistance, fake the drop, new low, swing through pan of Dow, fair auction of Dow, otherwise hold the higher low, reclaim the support, flip it into support, continuation. So you can either bet on this kind of price action and enter below if you really have some good data on the order flow, otherwise you wait for the reclaim, the flip to support, and you jump in on the flip to support basically. Okay, but yeah, basically this is a target, then you just have to trade it with the different approach. You can, by the way, learn on the website if you go and check this out. In the course section, exo charts, and you have the levels approach. You can see all the different level approach in there. Yeah, so that is it basically for Bitcoin. If we have to make one more new high, we did plant already the resistance. Okay, so if we really push higher from here, so of course we have the highs here, so we can look for a swing through pan refill auction of the previous high, as always. But if we don't do this, we can look for the next target. That is basically these highs, okay, plus this value are high, but well, the best way to go and take these highs, and the best of the best here will be to go and touch the higher levels. So this value load is very, 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 very key, and the anchor is you up from the all-time high. Okay, so we have a zone basically between well, it's starting really at 89,000, take these highs, but the best way to go and touch this higher zone here, higher part, is really starting at 90,000 up to 93,000 basically. Okay, if we break this, we have the next big zone of resistance, that is 300 up to 98,500. If we break this, 104,000 basically, and if we do break this, new all-time high. But to be fair, if we start reclaiming this second target, it is very likely we're going to go towards a new all-time high already. Okay, so yeah, that is it for the short. For the long, just want to come back in for this one here. If we go a little bit below, it's not over. Okay, we can still hold these levels there, okay, and bounce off that. Now if you really start breaking below this weekly negative path control, so below the support, we break below these lower levels, to be fair, it's not looking so good anymore. Again, we can bounce off of the old weekly negative path control again, that they touch it twice, and get another full reversal like what we have done here. For example, we just come back here, we have absolutely no real big confluence there, we just hold as a very small high low and we just get a full reversal. Again, this is possible to do exactly the same, but in terms of probability, this is not at all what we want to see. So yeah, this is very low in terms of probability. So I would say if we break below here, a new low is more likely to expect next. Okay, so we can simply look, for all the targets we have planned below. Not gonna repeat myself on this. So yeah, that is it for the levels. We can now move on the wave. On the wave, we have planned these nice 5 waves to the upside. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we take the highs here, we can look for an A, B, C, or a double EXY here. Maybe a bit of a bounce, of the first scalp target we have planned. That will be for a bigger WXY next to go and touch the bigger level. That will be the best, and then get a nice reversal. That will be really lovely to get this. If we have to do this, we can look for a fib time maybe. Let me let's go on. Let's go on one over here. Just want to place that good. Oh, come on. There we go. So the bottom can come around the 20th of April. So, basically on Sunday, but it might be on Monday or Sunday night, Monday, basically, and otherwise on Wednesday. So these are the 2 dates we can, for now, look for. Okay. For a possible B or 2 wave to bottom, if we have some fairways up here, we can look for a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, to the upside, what we have planned basically in the last update, or a bigger A, B, C zigzag. Oops, wanted to add the white ones. There you go. Okay, so not gonna repeat myself again on the wave here, but this is what we can look for, and some possible dates to be aware of. So it'll be maybe more like this. Okay, there you go. Or on the 618 here. So yeah, that is it for Bitcoin really. Otherwise, what can we add on this? I saw a METIS alarm coming overnight. Again, Bitcoin is Bitcoin bouncing right now? No, so there is no way to long these assets. This one here, if I'm correct, was for a swing parallel auction of the previous low. It did not happen here. Bitcoin is moving down, so there is no way for me to long this. I'm gonna remain here at the second target, remain patient for the second target, and just see if Bitcoin is bullish at that time or not. If not, there is still no long, and we will go for a new low. As simple as that. A year otherwise. First target was again for a swing parallel auction of this. Got a bit of a bounce here, but again, Bitcoin was not bullish. I'm definitely not looking for. I was definitely not looking for a long up here. So yes, still no long for me on a year. Coming for the second target here, we have also this nice point of control a little bit below here to be aware of. Okay, this is a zone basically like this. Have the Elliott set. I'm just gonna remain patient now for Bitcoin when we hit this on a year. I want to see Bitcoin being bullish with a nice long trade setup, otherwise there will be no long. Atom, I did plan a long on that or not? Can't remember, to be honest with you. No. Nothing. PEPE, I did plan a long here. That was on my side, by the way. So Valera high, encourage you up from the bottom, and this daily level. This is the target. PEPE to hold. Otherwise, there you go. METIS is hitting our target. But yeah, we need Bitcoin bullish, so we need to see what PEPE here. So yeah, we have this nice target here, Valera high, encourage you up, and daily level. But again, when we hit this, okay, I want Bitcoin being bullish, so to bounce off a support with some good data for a bounce on the order flow. Otherwise there will be just literally no long trade for me on Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin is now bouncing, no long trade on the alts, as simple as that. If Bitcoin is bullish, we look for a long. If Bitcoin is still not bullish, we look for a new low to be made, as simple as that. And that's it, I think. No other alts TA. What do we have otherwise? ESNNQ, still waiting for the higher targets. If we have to reject from here, we can maybe plan a support. But before to do this, just want to go on gold. That is just really bullish. So now what I'm taking here is, as you can see, as we're above the flat targets. Oops. So these two here, I'm deleting right now. We are now above the 141 and 414. No, 414 and 1.5. So, well, we are above this. That was for a wave 4, by the way. So, well, on a daily time frame, to be honest with you, we can still come back below and close back below. In that case, that will hold just a wick above this fib, so it's fine. But if we close a daily candle like this is definitely not this kind of possible bigger correction into the wave 4, the white wave 4. We can definitely look here for this bigger impulsive, and so the extension again into the wave 5. And so, boom, this longer waves here. So this is a longer blue wave 2, longer green wave 2. There you go. And so yeah, just simply this longer impulsive here into the wave 5. And so in that case, we can simply look for these impulsive targets. So we have the wave 3. Yeah, the wave 3 normally should reach at least this 1618. So the next big zone of resistance will be 3500 basically. From here, if we get a pullback, we can look for this wave 4. So again, here we'll have done a regular wave 2, so we can look for a regular wave 4, 23.6, MCFIB 38.2. So we can pull the, for example, we don't have the top yet, but let's take the example. Fib retracement, wave 3 top, wave 3 bottom here, pull the wave 4, and we'll have this nice, so let's get rid of the other ones. 23.6, MCFIB, so 31.32, 38.2. This will be the zone for a bounce, and then we can look for the wave 5 again. So let me just Control Z to add back the impulse fib. There you go. We can then take the wave as a third click for the wave 1, 2, 3. Third click of the extension tool, drag it on the wave 4 bottom, and add the wave 5 target. So let's say we bounce off the 38.2. Let's add a wave 5 targets. First of all, we have the MC extension, then the 120 extension. And again, this is a most common target here, the 120 extension, then the 1618, 2618. If we form some flyway like this, okay, we are going to look for a bit of a crash, but again, we can be aware of such. Here was with all the wave 5 top, we was looking for a possible crash or a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. And if we are still bullish, we can look simply for another wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, here in that wave 5 here, we can look for a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we keep moving up like this again and again until we get something very bearish on the news and we get a massive crash. But yeah, until this happens, we can look for such big bullish. So yeah, that is it on gold. So next target basically is 1500, the next big psychological level 2, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, that is it for the gold, and otherwise we can go on ESN and Q. Just gonna add back this wave 3 fib because we don't care about the MC extension here. So let's have a look at that one here. Monthly we're done. Weekly. Okay. That is very low. Yep. Okay, daily. We have a daily just right there. That is, come on. That is not hit yet. So let's go on the 15, 1 hour. Okay. Well, the best now will be to come down and touch this. Well, what is this Valera high here? This Valera high. Okay, that will be the zone here, basically. It's a pretty complex zone to long, not gonna lie. Well, that will be the zone here. I will be aware of this Valera high. So the white level, not the Valera high here. This is a high time frame level, otherwise this Valera high above. With a fail auction, swing 30 pound fail auction of this low, max with a wick down here. If we start going below here and get acceptance below here, so really get some kind of close down there, to be fair, I would look for, well, the path control, but the best at that point would be to look for a new low, to be honest with you. So yeah, this is the next target I will be aware of. Maybe the path control, but not sure we'll bounce off that. So monthly level on that one, nothing new to add on that. weekly. Oh, come on. There you go. Daily level, really down here. Alright. Where is this? Really high. Right. Yeah, that will be the same, to be honest with you, on that one here. That will be a swing through pound of this low, basically. Okay, so swing through pound of that low into this value high, and we can look for a move down max to this 6.86% for a swing through pound reflection of this. If we drop below, well, we have the path control again, but I mean, yeah, we'll see what Bitcoin is doing at that time, to be honest with you. And that's it otherwise, to be honest. Nothing more to add on these. Yeah, that is it. So, oh yeah, wrong one. This is for ESNQ. And there you go. Here is the good one. Nice. Good. So yeah, let's see if Bitcoin managed to, well, get a bounce, a bullish reaction of the first target here we have planned. Otherwise, we're going to go straight back down here to this 79,000, 78,000 target, basically. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I don't see any questions, nothing. So we're good for today. So, by the way, we have some news, if I'm correct, today, before 20. Okay, won't be able to trade these, but anyways. 2:30 p.m. UTC plus one. Maybe this one will be there, but this one tonight, not sure. It's what? So we have 2:30 p.m. UTC plus two and 7:30 UTC plus two. So 7:30, 25. There you go. And otherwise, we'll have some news tomorrow at 2:30 UTC plus two. Yeah, this is also moving the market a bit. So yeah, take care of you all. Have a nice day of training ahead. Not really active these days. I'm traveling right now. We'll should be back to the normally next week. So yeah, reason why I'm not reactive, but in any case, the market is not moving much at the moment. It's pretty perfect, to be honest with you. Yeah, hopefully we wait a little bit more now. Yeah, of course, if we start hitting some big targets, I'm gonna be there. But anyways, wishing you all a brilliant day ahead. Don't forget the news today, pretty important ones. And yeah, have a nice one. Take care and see you all in the next one on Friday. Cheers.